Welcome to Trade Setup in the afternoon wrap for the 27th of September. Okay, we'll go through the usual suspects, break down what happened today on the ASX200, then we'll take a look at what we can expect tonight on the S&P. We'll take a look at gold and the Aussie dollar action for today and looking at tonight. All right. Okay, looking at the ASX200 here, this is a 30-minute chart. Now we have that double top there at 54.44, and that's holding the trend at the moment down. And that major zone there at 54.33, now that was holding the daily trend down, which that last move down to 51.50, and then we bounced off there. We have retested that, and we've got that double top on the 30-minute chart, so it'll be interesting to see how this does play out. It looks like it's starting to break down at the moment. I know we did have a push higher today, and we are pushing back up towards 54.33, but we're well overbought at the moment, so you do expect that potentially that could easily make a lower high on the 30-minute time frame and then head back down south to take out those lows at 53.76. Obviously it's all dependent on what happens on the US and going forward, but on a daily basis we do, being a double top, we do expect that resistance zone to hold and potentially roll over, but more so contraction than anything else on the daily chart. So we could take out this low, edge our way lower, potentially 53.50, build another base, and then head back up through 54.44. It's all dependent on, we'll have to assess that price action as it comes. Okay, looking at the Aussie dollar 4-hourly chart, it has been pushing up higher off that 74.45. We've got higher lows, higher highs, and we did touch down at 76.06. We were talking about that yesterday going into the US session. We did get that washout like we expected, and then we pushed up towards 76.50. Now we did, obviously on the open today, we did take out a few lows and then bounced, and we pushed straight back up to 76.75. So it'll be interesting to see now if we can take out that level, and we could test back down to 76.50, but I'm expecting that trend to hold, because that's now the key level, 76.05, or that zone there. That's holding that trend up at the moment. So if we can't get through that, we could just roll over. We could just whip out those highs, wash out that, take out a few stops, and then roll over and make that lower high, and then push lower through 76.05 back down towards, and make an overall lower high on the daily basis. But at the moment that trend is still high, so you've got to go with the trend, and that could be pushing up, if we get continuation, pushing up to 77.30. But we'll just see how that plays out tonight and how the US dollar reacts in US session. Okay, gold is an interesting one. We've got the 4-hourly chart here. It's starting to look like it potentially could roll over. We've had that move up. We've hit the 13.43 zone. We've retested it here. But we are still holding the uptrend. Really, it's anchored by 13.32. Now if that support level breaks, we then expect to see this type of action and break down, make a come back up, make a lower high, and then just work its way down with lower highs, lower lows. If that can't hold, so this potentially could be a bit like the Aussie, a major lower high, just to continue this contraction action we've seen down here. Again, it has made at 13.05, it's touched down here, made a higher low on the major basis, on the longer term basis, sorry, and that's pushed that last leg up. So if we do roll over and make another higher low here, that could take us back through that 13.43, through these highs back up to 13.65. Again, that's all linked to the US dollar and what's going to happen in the US with the elections. Okay, we'll take a look at the US then. We've got the S&P 500, the 4-hourly chart here. Did push down in overnight session, in the US session, pushed down low, and we bounced back a bit today. So we are holding that uptrend still, holding that at about in 21.40 zone. It did touch down there and was rejected obviously early hours of the morning, and today bounced back up towards 21.57. So it'll be interesting to see if we do make that lower high and then roll over, or we just sort of contract a bit further for another spike back up to 21.92. But again, that's it's going to be focused on the elections now and what happens over there and how that looks to pan out. And then once the elections have gone through, then we'll be looking towards rates again towards the end of the year. Anyway, we'll speak to you again tomorrow.